Hello and welcome to Wireman's Whimsy. Today I am going to work with a couple of new items from the 2021-2022 catalog. One of those items is the hand-penned Cards and More kit. This is designed for scrapbooking, but there are some really cute little cards in here that you can cut down to make into greeting cards, and you can take all kinds of different pieces and you can make cards with them. So what I've done today is I've taken one of those cards and I've turned it into a just wanted to send some happy thoughts your way card. Now these are 4 inches by about 6 inches. So I need to cut it down to be 5 1/4. So it is the correct mat size for this. So I will do that. Just going to use my paper cutter. I'm going to cut this down to 5 1/4. And just, you can keep this little piece if you want or discard it, whatever you need to do. And sometimes when you use the paper cutter, you get kind of a raised edge. So you can just take your bone folder and just smooth it down. And then you don't have that little raised edge. Sometimes if you've got that raised edge and you're stamping near it, it can create a bit of a miss in the ink. So to do this card, because we've basically got one chance to get it right, I'm going to use the Stamparatus. The greeting comes from the Happy Thoughts set, and it's just wanted to send some happy thoughts your way. So what I did is I lined up the stamp. I stamped it down to make sure it was straight, and that's why this grid paper that you can get for the Stamparatus is so good. And then what I did is I lined up my card to stamp the greeting on the card. And this is where I want it. So what I did is I took, before I pulled the piece off of here, I just did some pencil marks around the edge so that I know where I need to place this down. So I'm going to pop this down like this, so it's inside the paper marks, and the grid paper is really good for lining this up as well. I'm just going to drop a magnet on it. I'm going to take my Highland Heather and just ink this up, making sure I've got good coverage. And then I'm going to flip this over and drop it down, give it a press in the middle. You don't want to press all the way around because you don't want to get a holiday, or the halo around the edge. So that is your greeting stamped onto the card. I'm just going to pop my magnet back in the bottom, and I'll put that off to the side. And what I've realized is I've managed to do this without a card base. So I'm just going to quickly do one. This is a piece of 11 by 8.5 that's been cut in half at 5.5 to make a card base. So I'm just going to score it at 4 1/4 so that we can fold it nicely. And again, I'm going to use the bone folder on this to flatten the seam and also reduce any rough edges. So then I'm just going to use my adhesive. This is the other side of that one. Where flowers bloom, so does hope. It's a saying by Lady Bird Johnson. So that would be really cute as well on a card. And you could trim it from each side so you still had the full design. So I'm really looking forward to making some more cards with this Cards and More kit, the hand-penned Cards and More. It's almost like a card kit on its own. You just need to add some greetings and some card bases. So you can just drop that down. And I took my opal rounds. I love these opal rounds. You'll see me using them a lot. You can see I've colored them with different Stampin' Blends. And you need to use the Stampin' Blends because they're alcohol based, so they dry really quickly and they don't smear. And I'm just going to pop these down with the pick a tool. And then we have a really pretty card. We've got a nice design on it, and we've used that from the Hand Pen Cards and More kit, so that we've got a really pretty greeting. We just had to add the sending happy thoughts your way greeting using the Stamparatus to line everything up. So thank you very much for watching, and we will see you next time.